Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking on 2 runs through one of the most unique and stunning cities in the world, Reykjavík, Iceland. Good morning again from Reykjavík. It seems like it is foggy, but I guess it's no surprise because we are right here on the west coast of Iceland. This morning's workout will be a 6-mile run with some fartlek. I just find it ironic that fartlek means speed play in Swedish, and I'm here in Iceland. Okay, so Iceland is not considered Scandinavian and definitely not Swedish, but you know, still it's Nordic. That's close enough for me. So I will be running along the shore walk. I'm going to be going south because it seems like there's a lot more real estate going south. All right, and here we go. Sorry that can't really see much of the water because of the fog. That's going to make this workout a little bit more thrilling because can't really see out there or really too much up in front. Reykjavík's shore walk is perfect for running. Wide paths, stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean, and the fresh, cool air that Iceland is known for. Specifically, this workout consists of 2.5-mile warm-up, which is what I'm doing right now, and then 6 intervals of 2 minutes going between 7 to 7:30 minute per mile pace. The fog over the water reminds me very much of the Blue Lagoon. That's near the airport, but this is not a geothermal bath. No way is this going to be as hot as the waters of the Blue Lagoon. That was steam at the Blue Lagoon. This is fog. I see a little blue skies there, so the fog is starting to burn off. I think it'll burn off some more towards the end of the workout so we can see the water. I'm glad this part is the warm-up because it's giving me a chance to enjoy the scenery. I certainly don't get this in Southern California. Gotta get ready to go into my first 2-minute interval here soon. The first interval, 7:29. Doing a little recovery here while taking in the views. I'm now in some sort of nature reserve. Second interval, 7:18. And time to turn back around, so we'll go 3 miles back to the shore. I didn't look and see what the third interval was, but it did feel fast, or fast enough. Speedwork is an essential part of my half marathon training, and this location made it almost effortless. The contrast between the bustling city on one side and the vast ocean on the other was incredibly motivating. Interval 4, 7:24, and I think I took a wrong turn somewhere because I'm not at the harbor. I'm actually lost. That's not good. Yeah, that's not the harbor. That's a reserve. I took a wrong turn somewhere because of the fog. I couldn't really see up ahead. I had assumed I had to turn right, but I think I turned right too early. I took a pause there just for about 30 seconds there so I can look at the map and figure out where I am. I think I'm going to take an alternative route. I think I'm going to go straight. Hopefully that'll lead me back to my Airbnb. Interval 5, it was like 7:15ish, and actually this is looking familiar, so I'm not lost. I just got a little disoriented there with the fog, and as the sun is burning off the fog, things are looking different. Getting lost in a nature reserve in Iceland isn't the worst thing that could happen. The landscape was surreal. A combination of greenery and the ocean with the tranquility were unmatched. It turns out I wasn't lost and I found my way back. Interval 6, I think it was like 7:31. Close enough. And we're beginning to see more of the ocean now. Yay, some of that fog layer has moved on. It's going to make the cool down back to the starting point a lot more pleasant because now I actually have visibility. Even though there was still some fog that was obscuring the visibility of the ocean, I found it beautiful because it gave that mystical feeling that the natural terrain of Iceland tends to invoke. Before I knew it, I recognized the buildings of the city, which means I was near my Airbnb. There you have it. 6 miles fartlek, or Swedish word for speed play done in Iceland. Looks like some of the fog is burning off, although there was a patch of fog up there. And I'm looking at my intervals. Turns out that 5 out of 6 were under 7:30. The slowest interval was my first one at 7:31. So I guess I did accomplish today's workout goals. And my hands, they feel a little frozen despite running out here because it's 50 degrees. That's really cold to me. And I'm wearing a tank and I'm wearing shorts. But at least I got the arm sleeves. Good morning. It is August 8th and I'm still here in Reykjavík. Today, we're going to change things up and I'm going to do a 4-mile run around the city instead of the shore walk. It's a little cold right now, so that's why I have a t-shirt on. I know it's a little strange because it says Waikiki, like it's, Hawaii, and I'm sure right now it is much warmer. But there was no way I was going to be able to tolerate being in 46 degrees Fahrenheit in just a tank and arm sleeves. So the shirt is for a little bit warm. So come with me, we're going to take a little running tour of Reykjavík. Our Airbnb was about a kilometer outside of the city center, which I appreciated since it was peaceful to be away from the hustle and bustle. Yet, it was close enough that I got to the city center in no time. Now, I was in the heart of Reykjavík. This run was more about soaking in the sights than hitting a specific pace or specific route. The city center isn't big and it's easy to navigate around. No time for a hot dog, but you can get a hot dog there. Despite the cold morning temperatures, I found myself getting warm in my running gear. Oh good, I wasn't going to go into hypothermia by just wearing shorts since I had more coverage on top. Just goes to show that if you keep moving, you'll get warm. I'm taking in these charming Icelandic shops. Even though they say that Iceland is a relatively flat country, there's still some hills. So I'm going up an incline here. Little hills training, which was good since I had been running on the flat shore walk for the past couple of days. This is Kronan, which is a popular groceries chain in Iceland. We had shopped there to get groceries for breakfast. Even though I didn't have a specific route in mind, I did want to make sure I had reached Rainbow Street. I'm sorry, I need to pause my watch here because I'm here at the famous Rainbow Street. And up ahead is Hallgrímskirkja. Again, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but that big church in Reykjavík. The benefit of running in the morning is to see Rainbow Street without all the people crowded on it like it was the previous afternoon. Good thing I got a shot of Rainbow Street before that garbage truck came along. Now that's fortuitous timing. I just love how Rainbow Street leads you directly up to Hallgrímskirkja, which will be our next destination on this impromptu route. It breaks over, I'm gonna go and run up to the church. One of the highlights was running towards Hallgrímskirkja, Reykjavík's iconic church. Its striking modern architecture is something you can't miss. The church is visible from many points in the city, so it became a sort of beacon during my run, guiding me through the charming streets. Hitting pause my watch because I really have to take in this view of Hallgrímskirkja. There's a statue of Leif Erikson in front of Hallgrímskirkja, which was a gift from the United States and marked this famous Vikings exploration of North America, or Newfoundland in particular, in the year 1000. He was born in Iceland and had settled in Greenland. He didn't stay too long in North America and returned to Greenland. The best time to get an unobstructed shot of the church is to come out for an early morning run. Okay, break time's over, so we're going to start our run again. I'm going to run around the church. If you're in this area during the afternoon, it is full of life, with tourists snapping photos, locals going about their day, and the occasional busker playing music. You can even go inside to check it out for free, and for a small fee, go all the way to the top for a unique overlook of the city. I enjoyed having this tranquil moment by the church on my morning run. Mission accomplished with seeing Rainbow Street and Hallgrímskirkja, and it was time to head back to my Airbnb. It's another excuse to run past charming little shops and cafes that are perfect for a post-run coffee or snack. The streets in the city center are narrow and winding, which adds a sense of adventure to the run. Also, I got to take in the artwork on the buildings. Nothing like running on a pedestrian-only street. I don't have to worry about cars. Unlike Denmark, cycling doesn't seem to be as popular in Iceland, so I didn't have to worry about dodging cyclists. Like Denmark, people don't tend to jaywalk, so I observed the lights at the crosswalk
despite hardly any cars being around this early in the morning. I ran through some streets that had been crowded with shoppers the previous day. Now it looks different without anybody around.
Oh boy, another hill. Reykjavik is a lot hillier than I remember when I was here in 2016.
Combine your runs with sightseeing to make the most of your time. My Scenic run doubled as a sightseeing tour, which kept things fun and interesting. I had done the same thing when I was in Denmark, so I'll provide a link to that vlog below.
And that's it for my 4-mile run around Reykjavik. So I hope you enjoyed that little running tour.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for my video on running in Greenland.